So this is why I use a torch instead of matches. I just don't have time for that. And then when you get your smoker going, your key is to like nice, clean, white smoke. Not like dark fire coming out of your smoker. So the pine needles are great because they'll keep it nice and going. That's definitely one of my favorite. And then this is a bellow, so you're adding air into it because you know air and fire help it go a little bit more. So what I'll do is I typically will get it started beforehand, but sometimes it goes out and then you have to, you know, add a little bit more to it, but see how high the flame can go. So that's why you take your veil off when you're getting it going, because you don't want to accidentally burn yourself. So sometimes if you have to walk away from the colony, they'll give you signs that you have to walk away, that you've aggravated them enough, which they release a smell. It's a pheromone. It smells like bananas. Okay. So when you smell that, you're just like, you either have one or two options. You can just shut them up and just be like, I'll check on you in a little bit. Right. Or you work through it. You get your smoker going, you work through it. There are some times where I have to work through things because I'm they're on a crunch, I'm on a crunch. Right. But ideally, you know, nice sunny weather, bright skies, temperament's gonna be good. There's enough that they have to forage for. So I'm hopeful that their mood is gonna be just fine because you know, there's enough. And then being that we brought them here yesterday, let them out, and then let them be. So then they had some time to settle,
to chill,
instead of being like boom, boom, boom. Okay. You know, so I think they'll be good.
Time out. What you're seeing here is one class of 5 inside a beginner's guide to natural beekeeping inside of Abundance Plus. I'm going to leave a link for that down in the description. If you like this video, us getting bees and how we did it, you're going to really like the other videos. You want to check that out inside of Abundance Plus. Back to the program.
They're already acclimated to being in this direction, so when I go to put them in their main hive, we're going to be right in this direction. Right now, it's good temps, so a few of them are flying. When you're working your smoker, sometimes it's good to give it a little puff, you know, just say, hey, I'm here. And then when you're opening them up, obviously.
What's the smoke do?
The smoke kind of distracts them. So a lot of people say it calms them, but it's more distracting because essentially the smoke makes them think that there might be a fire. Okay. So their main job would be, let's get all of the honey, let's get what we can, and if we have to go, if there is a fire, then they can leave. So the smoke is a good way to kind of distract so that I can get in there and do what I need. But honestly, I don't always use my smoker. I have it with me. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. So when we are getting ready to, I'm gonna go ahead and pop one of these. And then, see if I can with my gloves on. I like to ratchet strap my hives down because sometimes the wind, I've seen the wind blow leaves or blow the lids right off. So if you kind of keep the habit of ratchet strapping them down, you'll be good. But I have absolutely seen them blow off, and that's no fun.
Because then what do? Just run out and put it back on?
Yeah, and hope that it's not raining and hope that they're gonna be okay. So I am gonna slide. I'm only doing this for right now for this second, because I'm gonna obviously have to get them in their new home. So I'm gonna slide this over for a second. And their new home is gonna be right in the spot that they're already used to. So let's get the rest of the stuff.
So sometimes I'll like smoke my hands.
Yeah.
Is that just, is there any purpose to that or no?
No, you can. Yeah. If you get stung on your hands, on your gloves, that smell is going to be on your hands. So sometimes I'll take it and I'll rub it in the grass, or I've just made it a habit to wash my hands as much as, or wash my suit, especially if I have a colony that's a little bit feisty. So, if they come at me. All right, so because these girls are gonna do well, we're gonna have the entrance reducer kind of to the medium. I think they're gonna be just fine. And that's gonna be where they're gonna come in and out of, which they're already used to this being their spot. So, let me get my hive tool. And we're gonna hook them up with some drawn out comb. So I'm gonna bring this close too. Now, when you're installing your bees, you're gonna keep them exactly the same way. So if I were to say, just kidding, psych, and have, this is the front of their house, and if I were to move, then they would kind of be like, what's going on? So I'm gonna have you guys stand, come over here a little bit. So when you start kind of seeing, yeah, they've stuck. I'm gonna pop it. It's the only thing that's bad about these sometimes. They've drawn up a good bit. Hi, girls. Hello.
That's a lot of bees.
Isn't it? Yeah, these are sweet. Sweet, sweet girls. See how docile they are? So, pretty chill.
Because they're cold.
Not really. No, they're just, this is normal. This temperature is actually pretty good. We're really...
So if you open this up in June, it's going to be like this?
They might. You know, it's only certain times of year that I notice when they can get a little bit feisty. They're more worried about pollinating and getting nectar. This is a traditional J-hook hive tool. There's traditional hive tools. There's so many different styles. I like the J-hook because I'll use this side to lift up, and then I'll use this side to break. If you were to go immediately and start lifting, you might actually break your frames because they've completely propolized it. So what I'll do is I'll slide it down, which really this one doesn't need it because it's already pretty good. But what I'll do is I'll slide it down and then I'll crank it a little bit, and that breaks that propolis. Right here is a good one. So slide it, break it.
Just on the ends.
Just on the ends right here, because this is where that propolis, where they form the propolis. And the intention is to not kill the bees in this process, but I will say sometimes it happens. So, you know, don't feel horrible.
But there's 10,000 bees
There's so many. And then I'm going to take, see how this has some comb on the side?
Yes.
So I'm just going to break that because I know it's going to do more damage if I don't.
Leave it.
So, because when I pull it up, it's going to pull down. So now you would take your hive tool and you would just kind of lift, but the other thing too is I'm right-handed, so I typically will keep my hive tool in my right hand outwards. And the reason why is because I'll keep my hive tool in my right hand, and I'll always grab the front of the frame so that when I'm putting them back into the hive, then I know, then I know that I have them in the right order. Yes, that wind. I'm just going to set this. Yeah, it happens. That wind picked up, so I want to protect them really quick. Okay. All right, so this frame, and I see the queen.
Wow, that's
Oh, wait, let me see.
The queen is right there.
Oh, yes. I see.
I see her?
Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
She's
right
right there.
They're swimming around.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, so she is really, all right, hold on.
See her off there?
So, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
There's only one queen in this whole thing.
Only
Yeah.
one.
We got really lucky right there.
Yeah. So brood, you'll see larva, and then see right in through here, this is all see all these little itty bitty spots right in the center. Those are all the day-old eggs.
Oh, wow.
So over the time, and then see how it's larva?
Yeah.
This is all larva.
So what's that one doing right there?
That one is either tending to that baby. More than likely is what they're doing. Is
Are you talking about that one that's sticking its
Yeah.
head down in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tending.
What do they have to do to tend?
Feed them. Queen's in that one. I'm happy. She's great. So I'm going to work my way over because I found her, and now I'm going to give them some frames on the side because this is a 10 frame deep.
Okay.
These are 5 frames. I'm going to keep the 5 frames in the middle and then give them 3 on one side, 2 on the other. And then in the next 2 weeks, maybe going on your 3rd week, if they have done a lot of work, and I'll tell you when, you might be adding more.
Okay.
Because these are going to be, they're going to be months ahead having these.
Okay.
Weeks ahead, you know. See right here? You can peek in.
Oh my
See the festooning?
What's that?
That's where they link up lace work. You see how they're right
Oh, yeah,
down?
yeah.
So now they're measuring because I've given them space and they're like, what? I'm supposed to be right next to it. So that is a good way to kind of see.
Where are you gonna put the
Yes.
rest of
You
this?
alright?
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah,
A couple of bees on your arm.
I know.
You're fine.
You fully
Do you want to
aware.
stand behind me
No, no.
or with me, beside me?
Yeah, yeah.
Come
I
on,
don't want to stand behind you.
come on. Look,
Yeah, you gotta learn how to do this.
Oh, wow.
see how they're linking?
That is so cool.
They're holding hands.
Annie has the baby.
Nope, she doesn't.
Yes.
Okay, Lily.
Oh, I guess she doesn't.
Oh, I do see.
You see it? You don't ever want to break up. Like, if I were to, oh, here's a cool shot. This is going to be a lot of festooning.
Look at that one.
Oh my
That's
god.
See how
the-
they're linked
see how they link
together?
their hands?
Oh.
Wow.
They're measuring.
That's how they measure. Because I just moved it close, and then I was like, just kidding, we're going to move it farther right. But
What are they measuring?
they're measuring the distance between. So if they need to build more frames, they're very good builders. So I'm just moving that close because I know that she's on here. So now I'm just going to move the other ones over.
Okay.
And what I was saying is you never want to break up the frame. So brood has to stay with brood. So if you have brood on one frame and brood on another frame and you add another frame in the middle,
You put it on the other side.
you've just broken up their ability to keep those babies warm. So now this one should
Stop,
be
Justin.
another frame of brood as well, which is a full frame of brood. My goodness, these girls are amazing.
Are they all girls?
So
These
when
are all-
so
If I
what are
find a
those big
boy-
ones? Are those the big ones?
Those are drone broods.
Those
so
are the
remember
boys.
how I told you sometimes you don't always need the smoker and you need to get them out of your way?
Yeah. You just blow.
You just blow. And then you can see the difference between female brood and
So
male brood.
the big ones, the top, the ones that are popping up,
Yes.
are the
male,
male ones.
yes. And then the nice, beautiful, flat ones, those are all female. Okay.
You can
Oh wait,
tell,
can you
Rebecca?
see the larvae in it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you can.
see it. Isn't that cool?
That is so cool.
And then look right here.
No, these are like the eggs.
See right here, see up top where my hand is, see how shiny? So that is the nectar that they're turning into honey right now. Like right here,
Oh, okay.
see how shiny it is in there?
Yeah.
Yep, so that's the process. And if I find a good pollen one, I will show you. So if I want to look at the back of the frame, I'll flip it. You are going to have some beautiful bees, guys. These are gorgeous. Yeah, these are pretty.
So the local guys came through for us, but
Oh, I knew he would. I stalked him. I'm telling you. I was like, I'm not bringing just any bees, like, because I would have loved to brought mine. You're a little too ahead of it for me.
So like, what do you do with that stuff on the side of the box?
Right here.
Yeah.
You can render that down. That can be for your wax.
Maybe I could see these.
All right. Same thing. Okay, here's a boy. You want to see a boy?
Yeah.
See right here.
Not many.
Well,
yes.
it's still
I see
early. It's still early.
He's
so
big guy.
yeah,
Yes, boys are bigger.
they can't even defend themselves. So it's still a little early for the boys, but once you will see more, and there's another one. So they have big eyes.
How can you not know that? How do you know that's not the queen?
Oh, I know. And then
Because the
The queen's
long.
long. So look right
And the
here.
boys are just beefier.
Do you see this one right here? See how fuzzy and blonde she is? She's right under there. She's almost white. That is a brand new baby. She just emerged. She just came out of herself. So she's beautiful and baby and cute. And then you've got a whole bunch of babies that are going to be. Yeah, these are all nice.
So
all
does the
nice.
buzzing change if they're angry?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll hear it.
Move your hand, Gideon.
You're doing good.
Lily, you're doing really good
Both
because I
of
know
all
how
of you
afraid you
guys.
are.
I'm going to, you want to hold one? You're going to hold one.
Sure, I'll hold one.
I'll
I have to tell you, I am really kind of nervous. I keep telling myself the buzzing is okay.
Buzzing is fine.
Austin's not even wearing anything. I'm like terrified.
All right, so this is the front. So keep the front in your right hand. Okay? All right.
Oh my goodness.
You did it!
I know. I'm slightly terrified.
Don't be terrified. They don't want to hurt you. You know, they're just here. They're part of your farm.
Okay, guys. We're friends, okay?
You are friends.
So what is all of this? Like, what's all this dark?
That's all brood.
The
So
brood.
those are going to be more babies.
Goodness.
So you just handed her that?
I did.
He did. She
She
did.
had no choice.
No, I didn't let her. I was like, no, you're doing
Rebecca,
this.
you could have 1,000 bees in your hands.
I know. How many bees do I have in my hands?
You've got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If not more.
Okay, so do I just put them in?
So, yep, you just slide it in. If you want to put it in a little farther, and then, so this is sometimes where it's a little bit hard, and if it thumps, don't freak out. You know. Yep. There you go. You did great. The gloves sometimes can be challenging to work with, but they definitely.
Hey
They
guys, let's
definitely-
get off, okay?
Yeah.
Let's come on, friends. I need my hands.
And then sometimes I'll just pinch that side and then lift your hand, and then this is where you use your hive tool.
I did
You
it.
did it.
And then I just push it over,
Yep,
right?
just push it over. Because too much space, they're going to build comb.
Okay. Can you push it over too much?
No. Mm-mm. So these little.
'Cause I don't want to
lips-
squash them.
Spaces.
Yeah, if you go slow, you're okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They'll move.
Yeah. And all of this up top is called burr
Should we-
comb.
Did you get stung? Should we remove that dead one or will they do it?
Nah, don't do it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, one landed around on my finger.
He didn't scream like a girl. He didn't go.
How many more frames are we going to put in here?
This is the last
The
one
last
of
of
these,
theirs.
and then we're gonna do the last. Then we're gonna do. Now this one feels a lot heavier, so I'm assuming it's gonna be more honey. Yeah, this one has honey on it.
Can I see?
Yep, see right there.
Worked that fast?
Oh yeah. So that all up here,
They've only
this
been
is
in
all.
that nucleus how long?
They were made about, I think maybe like 8 days ago, 10 days ago. So, but some of these frames he, pulled over to help make them. See right
to
here?
help make them successful.
Yeah, we want to set you guys up with the best, and that's the plan. Right there is all, that's pollen.
Oh, wow.
Gideon sits right up in it.
And that is another queen cell, but like I said, sometimes they practice. So I'll look in it and peek and see what's going on. But it's kind of an awkward angle. Nothing.
And the reason that they would have done that is because they were in such a small box.
Yeah.
And
But
they're
just in
kind of going
case.
like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, so nothing is in that. They sometimes just practice, and I normally don't like to
Mess
pop
with
them.
them?
Yeah. But that's just sometimes what they do. You're good. All right, so now you got your nuke installed to its mother hive. So you've got your big hive going. These girls are gonna have a lot of work to do, but it's gonna be good because they're ready for it. They are beyond ready. And what I'm gonna do is kind of pop it over. I use my hive tool down at the bottom,
Okay.
and I just kind of
Fly right in.
just make sure that I'm good to go. So now I need 2 more frames to fill this
Okay.
out, which is here. And
How many houses do you have? This is one house.
shave that propolis off.
That's propolis.
Yes.
And so, like, if you were doing it, you would just shake that off, put it in your jar.
Yes. So I sometimes make a pile of it, and then I come back to it.
Okay.
Sorry if they wanted to see instead of like me think. But I'll this is what I'll save. Of course it fell on the ground, but that's okay. You can pick it up if we want to.
I can find it.
It's right here. This little chunk.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, minus the leaf.
So this is the propolis that we would save.
It's a woolly hat.
Now,
That's the really good stuff. It's not in, it's just on top.
so we'll just do it right over here. So now all that comb that's on top, so how I kind of like drew it all up, that's called burr comb. I also sometimes save that too. I'll make a pile of it, and that's what I use to render down. I also, if I have a really bad smoker, sometimes I'll shove, like drop a chunk of that wax in my smoker, and it'll keep it going a lot longer. But it is definitely, those pine needles, man, got some good ones. All right, so now, look, you got nice spacing all in between. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. And just so it'll make it a lot easier for the lid when they go on.
What about all those bees?
We're gonna probably shake them.
Oh boy.
Okay?
You better stand away from that.
I'm gonna do one little tap, okay?
Wow.
And then what I'll do is I'll set this in front, because what'll happen, and this is where you have to be careful if you've got pants on, you know, sometimes they'll climb up. But what'll happen is they will smell their queen, because that queen releases a pheromone, and they'll know where she is. If I were to take that queen and walk over there,
They would follow.
they would come.
Wow.
So now we're gonna do another shake, just letting you know. Be prepared. Don't freak out. It's okay. It's okay.
You get to tell?
No, it's just got on my hand.
I have. I like it for deep honey, like wide honey. Fat honey, I do nine frame spacing.
Austin's just down.
Is there like benefit to it?
I think it's preference.
So is Austin making a mistake right now?
No, it's his comfort level. He knows. So again, they're not.
They're not going after
They
us.
don't want to hurt us. So this is your inner cover.
Right, okay.
You are covered in bees, but don't freak out.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
She's not telling you that.
So
No, it's okay.
yeah, they're fine.
Wow.
You're like, what? Who was that famous movie? Was it Angelina Jolie? And she was the cover. There you go.
She just did a couple.
Yeah, there you go.
Turn towards me.
Oh.
Lily hadn't had a single one.
There's one right there on her shoulder.
So this,
It's okay.
let me fix
Yeah,
it.
it's like puffed up. So is that?
Yeah, we're okay. This is your inner cover. I like using the inner covers instead of just putting your lid on it, because they're gonna seal it. So if you're gonna pull the lid off, then, you know, my goodness. Now, I should show you the proper way, and I apologize because I just set them on because they're so
Okay.
chill. But if you were to set this on or set another frame on, like another box on top, instead of going directly on top, set it at an angle and then you turn it, and any bees will get out of the way. I want you to remember that when you're taking the boxes off as well. Because if
know when to put another box on.
I follow an 80-20 rule. So if 80% of these frames are drawn out, filled, and they're good, it's time. It's time. So honestly, in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, give them 2 weeks to settle. Week 3, you might be putting another box
And what do
on.
we do if we don't want to add another box?
You're gonna need to add another box.
You just have
Well, I
to.
mean, eventually the box is like
No, no.
10 of them.
No.
No, we're only going 4 high.
So what do
Yeah.
we do after 4?
So your goal, your next box that you're gonna add is another deep. So you're gonna add 2 deeps. If they work and fill both
I
of
have
those
0
deep
on you.
boxes, I doubt they will. I think that 2
yeah,
will
2.
be perfect for this season. It'll be maybe be next season or fall. Fall, you might add your. Chances are with your flow.
What do we do when those 2 fill up? They're
Then
both
we
at have
2 little ones to put on it.
Yeah,
And then when those 2 little ones are at 80.
you're gonna have to harvest and then give it back to them. Like harvest that honey.
Hmm.
So and then you'll end up giving it back to them and they'll work it. They'll fill it. So some people constantly add, but really your goal is the next 2-3 weeks. Give them
One second.
another.
It's okay, Lily.
Give them another deep box. Let them draw that out. And then after that, I have a feeling actually in fall you're gonna need to put a honey super on, and that honey super, that's gonna be what they're gonna need to have throughout the winter. Okay. So that's your goal. But right
Okay.
now, get them through the next 3
2
weeks.
weeks, yeah.
3 weeks. Let them be, and then you're going to end up.
So when we put the box on, just to go over it,
Yeah.
so that I have it right.
Sure.
We put it on sideways, like
Yeah.
crooked, and then we go
Just twist it.
twist it.
Yeah, just mainly
and
so
then
you're
we
not
put in
squishing.
the new frames.
Correct.
And then do we have another one of those box lids?
You have-
do one of these come with every single box, or do you take
No.
that off and you just put it up?
Take it off, put it up.
Oh, okay.
So 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to add another one of these, and then see how they do. And then if they're filled, if 80% of it is full, give them a honey super.
And that's the little one.
That's the
the
little
short.
one.
Okay.
That's for your honey. So, all right, we got one more. I do not do queen excluders. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of queen excluders because I feel like it limits her growth. So, and I just listen to them. Like if they, I'd rather let her do what she's supposed to do than limit where she's gonna go.
So does she not lay like in the honey layers?
Oh, she does. Yeah, but the reason why I also am fine with not using a queen excluder and letting her lay in the honey is that also shows me that that's what they need. So I don't pull it. So it's a good way to kind of like be kind of fairly conservative with it.
Oh, so like if we were I guess let's look at this one and see if there's those mites or whatever.
Oh, you're probably not going to find any of them.
Okay.
Is it true that darker colors represent the bear?
Oh, yes. Darker colors do tend to represent. But
So what happens if this one isn't from this thing? Do they get kicked out or
they might kill her. So that's okay.
this
This
breed-
one's a little bit smaller. So this is why it's great to have 2 because you saw how big
That
and
is
how much.
huge.
And then you're like, okay, this is more manageable.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad, not that it's wrong.
that other one was like kind of stressing me out. It was so much.
Yeah. Do you want to break the propolis?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So just all you do, gently just do that.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Hard.
And the one thing I want you to just remember is if you do end up killing the queen,
Yes.
it takes 1 egg, and they'll make a new queen. As long as you have drones, they're going to make a new queen and they're going to be just fine.
Okay. So I did that.
Do you want to pull one out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do I do this with the hook?
Yeah. It might lift up pretty easy. And then your big thing is just go straight up.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
It's okay. You're okay. You're doing great. Good.
Okay, so
All right,
I don't
so
have a
let's-
good grip
Okay,
on this
yep,
side.
so you can rest it and then get your bearings, get your grip. And then you just lift up and you can start looking and seeing. So if you see,
Yeah, what do you see, Gideon? Tell me.
so they're really doing a good job filling those cells.
Okay.
So, and that's what she's doing. They've turned that nectar in that special stomach, and now they're spitting it into those cells. And soon, once they're ready, after they fan it all out, then they're gonna cap it.
Is it okay if you don't ever see the queen? Like if
Yes.
you, on one?
Yeah, 100%. I actually never look for my queen.
Look at that one. So much pollen
Let me see.
on that one right there, Gideon. Right here by the J hook.
Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm. Look at all of
there
that
she is.
pollen.
New honeybees out of the nuke.
All right, so I just put
Yeah.
it in, right?
Yep, just right in.
She's all over it.
So I never actually look for my queen. As long as I see day-old egg, I'm like, cool.
She's there.
We're good. And I've got hundreds of videos that, I give tricks, I give all that stuff.
Okay.
Get a bee to land on your nose.
And then do
And then
I
let's go ahead and just
put
add
some in?
Yeah, we'll add one. We'll go ahead and add 3. So, and then they're gonna be happy having all that extra. Yeah, you're gonna end up having to get him a suit. I can guarantee you.
He's
100%.
he's into it.
She would help him.
No, he's got it. I see it. Yep.
He's very into it. Okay, so I just do it again. Do I have to hold this?
I do just
Right.
for orientation of myself, knowing that that's the front, because
Oh,
when you're
okay.
putting that frame in, you don't want to like flip it and be like, oh, I put the back in.
Oh gosh. Am I making it bad?
Maybe, but that's okay. You got to do what you got to do. It's okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Just go slow.
On your nose.
Who did? Austin?
Yeah. You just sit there. He's like, oh, actually, look. It's
These are
natural.
really
It's
gentle.
natural to be scared of it.
Oh boy.
It's a respect. It's a respect.
Okay, I don't know what to
All
do
right,
here.
so-
So they're like,
Pinch, if you're not comfortable with the tool in your hand, that's okay. Just pinch one side and pinch. And
they're kind of like over here though.
That's
So
okay,
how do
you
I
can grab
do?
right here.
Oh, I just grab wherever.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
I keep going. I guess it doesn't matter. I can just take my time.
Yep, you can be
Right?
gentle.
Is there any time where you're like, oh, I need to rush through this?
If a storm's coming,
Okay.
I've had it to where like it was perfect sunny weather, and then all of a
you
sudden
don't want to
I'm
get
like,
wet.
okay, we gotta go.
Okay.
Good.
Here.
All right, so
Yes, Rebecca and
Gideon.
Getting
So-
your bear little helper.
this is gonna be nice brood.
Okay.
I don't see the queen. There's a drone right there. If you.
Oh,
want-
yeah, there
if
is
you
a
want the
boy.
You grab that?
Yeah.
Ah, I do. Right there.
Where's your special difference?
Is there 2 drones right next to each
Yeah.
other?
Good job, Gideon.
Thing.
Nope, you did. You got the boy.
On this
See that
one.
white?
See all the white stuff? They're
They look like grubs. Like
do you see
bugs.
how they look like little grubs?
Those
That's
are
all the
babies.
baby bees.
Yeah.
Get in.
Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm gonna put this in, right?
Yes. Yep. We're gonna put it right in. Now the next one is the queen.
It's got the touch.
So
Do you have any kind of like time limit for yourself where you're like, I need to get this done?
yeah,
5 minutes.
yeah.
Whatever.
Sometimes. Well, when I try to spend at least 20 minutes on each hive, depending on what season. So if we're in the nectar flow and I open up and I see, okay, they have, all 8 frames that are ready, good, perfect. I'll open up typically, like I'll go in and pull from this, I move from one side to the other and then get to the center, and that's
This
where
is off, so what do I do? I don't
We're gonna
I
just-
don't want to
You're
ruin it.
okay.
Okay, good. That's just what you do. Okay.
Yeah. But I'll go from one, like I'll start my inspection on one side, always, never from the center. But I want to get to the center because that's typically where the brood is. Or the day-old eggs. So, but once I see
Do you
day-old
see the
eggs,
queen?
shut it up, be done. Now you got to name them. You got to name your queens.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I name
Matilda.
I name my hives. I name them. I'll help you put in, okay? How's it feel to hold this many bees?
It's crazy. Is it crazy, Gideon?
But isn't it cool? All right, now we'll put 2 frames in, and then we'll shut them up.